Hello, I'm Sleepy7, and before I go to bed, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite Game Boy games. This is Tobu Tobu Girl Deluxe. It's actually a modern game. This was released in 2019, and it was developed by Tangram, published by First Press Games. And I bought this back in 2019. It was originally a Kickstarter project. This is back when I was kind of like really into the Game Boy. I was just buying like all sorts of Game Boy games, like, all the Pokemon games, Metroid games, stuff like that. And this came on my radar and really caught my interest because it's like, what, a new Game Boy Color game in the year of our Lord 2019? So I backed it pretty much immediately. And it came out, I got it, and I'm honestly glad I backed it because it's just really fun. It's like, it's got cute graphics, a charming little story of whatever story this game has, and, pretty darn good music. And, the only thing I don't like about this, cardboard box. Ugh. Like, I know they want it to be, like, legit, but just look at how beat up this is. So I've had this for, like, 3 moves, like 3 different states. So, it ends up beat up, and now it's all bad and gross and frayed and makes me upset to look at. But, it is what it is. Can't keep crying over spilt milk. But what we can do is just play the game. So I'm going to record it and play it for a little bit just to show it off. And if you like what you see, I'm going to leave a link to the itch page so you can check it out. And it's actually a free download, but I recommend sending the developer some money because I think they deserve it. They did a good job. So I guess let's start this thing. Yeah. Yeah, so this game story is a problem of, your own creation, given that, it's kind of a stupid idea to take your cat on a balloon, but hey, what do I know? I've never done it before. So I've played this a little bit. I've only really ever made it here because this game is hard. Although technically I have actually beaten the stage and made it to the 3rd stage, but the battery died in the game, so I had to replace it, so I lost all my progress, which sucks because the battery life originally was just not very good, but I replaced it with a better battery, so hopefully it doesn't just die instantly. But anyway. So this is like, see, it begins. So there's a little bit of input lag on my recording setup, unfortunately. I'm not really sure a better way to do this, but I'll eventually learn. Hopefully I could actually beat this stage. I'm not going to do any advanced strats because the input lag is just that bad. Ugh. So, I was going to say something, but I forgot. Guess that's what happens when it's like midnight and you're recording and your reaction time is dulled from working all day. Yeah, so this is kind of just what happens. I would be having an easier time if I just check this out. So you can fly, like, if you hold down the B button, And you have a little flight meter right underneath your progress, little progress bar. And once your flight runs out, that's kind of it. So you got to use it sparingly. There we go. That's how you do it. So using the A button, you can do like a little dash, and if you dash downwards, you kill the guy you jump on, and it gets you like extra points in the end because it actually tracks how many enemies you defeat, and you get little bonus points. There we go. If I just don't look at the screen and look at my Game Boy, there's no input lag. But the problem is that the screen is tiny. So you make mistakes like that. Whoops, I meant to hit the B button there. Yeah, I'm not very good at this, as you can tell, but I still like it a lot. It's actually very Doodle Jump-esque, but I think it's better than Doodle Jump. Might as well. Huh. I guess something I forgot to mention is that your flight meter actually restores if you kill an enemy. Kind of forgot about that part because I just forget to use the flight. Like maybe I have so much trouble with this game because I just forget that flight is an option. You also do want to collect the timers because you get bonus points for like ending with more time. Ugh. Accidentally hit the diagonal. So something I wish I could show off, but I can't, is that this game actually does have Super Game Boy borders. So you know, if you play this on a Super Nintendo, you'll get the borders. Guess I'll leave that for you all to discover on your own. Can't show you everything in this game. Let's see if I could actually even just beat this level. I just wanted to beat one level and, you know, end it, because it's like almost 1 AM. I can't keep doing this. Yeah, I don't know, I keep misinputting diagonals when I try to like aim downwards. So it's a very skill testing game, and as you can tell, I don't have the skills. Ugh. I felt like that one was going to be the one, but it just wasn't. Fudge. Fudge. That was all me all the time. I'm not really good at video games, huh? You know, competitive Pokemon, you know, easy compared to this. Let me tell you. Ugh, come on. Ugh, what happened there? Yeah. I guess I should mention you can only do that little dash 3 times before you run out of dash, and then you get your little dash meter refilled by bouncing on an enemy. But I'm sure that's obvious. You have like a little, little meter on top of your character's, like above your character's head. I'm not exactly sure what that is supposed to represent, but it works, I guess. No, come on, I tried to press B, but I pressed A because I'm bad. Gotta get in my gamer position. This should increase my gaming skills by 20%. No it didn't. Video games are hard. You don't have to kill all the enemies. Ugh. Yeah, the spiky guys can't be killed though. Come on, diagonal input. Yeah, this like controller I'm using is like an original Super Nintendo controller, and I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like you get a lot of accidental diagonal inputs. Like, this is not a bootleg controller, this is like an actual, like, official Nintendo one, so. Ugh. Gosh. This is hard. Sometimes you just mess up like that too. That was bad. That one was also bad. Yeah, I just think sometimes, like, imagine how crazy this would be if this just, like, released back in the day, and this is just, like, you know, this would probably be considered, like, one of the best Game Boy games of all time if it was just released back then. Because, like, everything about it's just, like, really ahead, you know, comparatively to back then. Would have been ahead of its time, but I guess that's kind of makes sense because this was made in 2019, so, like, you would expect a or 2017, but, you know, you would expect a modern game to, you know, be modern, so that's not really much of a surprise, but, you know, it just looks really nice, even just, you know, as a modern game, it even looks nice. Just ugh, come on, singing this game's praises and then it kills me. Gosh. Hooray. Yeah, I don't know. The way, like, Sieve Gaming says like, hooray is, like, seeped into my vernacular, and it has irreparably damaged the way I speak. So, like, now instead of just saying hooray, I say hooray, and it's just kind of funny. God. You can do this. Skip the timer. Oh, there it is! We did it. Let's see how bad I did. C. I'm pretty sure C is the lowest rank. But yeah. That's even worse than I've done before. That's awesome. As you can see, I've not completed Clouds yet. But yeah, that was a little taste of this game, and I hope you enjoyed my painful playing. But, you know, if you found it interesting, just like I said, just check it out. It's free. It's awesome. But yeah, I think that'll do it for tonight. I'm going to bed.